Yeah, I think it was obviously winning the toss and going out there and batting. Was a great result at first, but we knew, leading into this was going to be, challenging work with the pink ball. The other day with the new ball and these nets are kind of exactly like how the wicket was out there, and they were seaming quite a bit. There's a bit of swing as well. But I said leading into this and our team meeting, if there's a bit of breeze about, the ball doesn't really swing as much. Besides that first one to Joe that swung back, the ball didn't really swing at all. Fraction bit of seam, but I felt, talking to Marnus out there, they probably bowled fraction too short. Didn't make us actually try and play straight down the ground. I know Marnus, we hardly hit the ball straight down the ground, and I think with a pink ball, when it gets to the period where there's nothing happening, I think you've got to try and dry up the field a little bit and try and get us playing straight. And I think we're able to score freely. We emphasised last match that we're going to run as hard as we could, try and put pressure on, rotate, strike left hand, right hand, and we're able to do that and not let the bowlers settle. No, I just think at the end of the day, I just go out there and do what I have to do, and that's try and score runs at the top of the order. I will say I did somehow, I don't know how I did this, but I got the little one stayed with me last night, little Lindy. That's 2 nights in a row before I've got hundreds, and yes, last night was a bit of superstition, so I let her stay with me, and I let the girls stay in the other room. I was my little lucky charm. Yeah, Marnus obviously fielded for us 1 or 2 times in the test matches, and then I played against him in the Shield game, and I just remember how annoying he was. Just never shut up on the field, a bit like me when I was a youngster. But look, mate, his work ethic is outstanding. You got that little bromance between him and Smudge, and it's really rubbing off on him in the way that he prepares. I've had people say that they couldn't believe actually how good he was. Everyone talked about how he's getting starts, but I always said to him, and the other guy said to him, the hardest one's your first one, and then it goes on from there. And to see him come out today and start the way he did, like last game, a lot of energy, loud calls, good intent, rotated the strike. I can't praise him anymore. He's outstanding little talent. No, not at all. I've scored Shield, pink ball hundreds. For me, majority of the time, I've got some pretty good balls. I felt like tonight I actually really tightened up in my defence. It's probably the best I've ever left, I think, and I think that's down to the quality of bowling of Abbas. I think leading into this test, knowing what he's capable of, I had to be patient as well. I couldn't play those rash shots, and he really tried his best to hang it out there and dangle the carrot, and I just waited for him to over pitch. And that's one thing on my game I've really tried to work hard on, is try and be a bit more patient and really wait for it. And I think the last 2 games I've actually showed myself I can do that, and I'm capable of doing that. So yeah, I'm just really proud with how good my defence actually was tonight. I think if you looked out there, I didn't really try and overhit the cover drives. I just tried to punch it into the gaps and use my timing. So in the back end there, I did throw the bat a little bit, but in saying that, I've really tightened up, and I just know if I can play underneath my eyes, it holds me in good stead while I'm out there. Yeah, I don't really take any notice, to be honest. A lot of great players in the world haven't really scored many hundreds or that are away from their countries, and at the end of the day, my job's to try and score as many runs as I can when I'm at home and away. You don't really go into those away series thinking that you haven't scored hundreds here or you haven't scored big runs anywhere. At the end of the day, you've got to try and do your best for the team, and for me it's about getting the team off to a good start and trying to wear down the bowlers. The key is to batting is to keep trying to bring their fast bowlers back, and if you can bring them back into their 3rd and 4th spells towards the end of the day, it holds you in good position for tomorrow. And we're able to do that. The youngster making his debut, Musa, he bowled lightning quick in that 2020 game. You always know as when young kids come into the setup and they're playing their first test, if you can get them into their 2nd spell and then 3rd spell, the pace is going to drop. They're going to start bowling a bit shorter. They're going to lose sort of a bit of rhythm, especially when there's right hand, left hand, and that's the goal as a batsman to do that. But look, today's today. We've got to move on and we look forward to tomorrow and try and replicate that. And if we can try and bat into sort of that, dusk time, will be fantastic. To try and come out here with new ball under lights because it's quite challenging, to be honest.